vivo não. Desgraça!
Oh, yeah!
The video comes from Two Turnt Tony, filmed in the Gulf of Mexico, showing him and others far offshore together on an oversized paddleboard at sea. What begins as a casual ocean outing quickly shifts into a dangerous wildlife encounter.
We are here in the Gulf of Mexico.
6 miles offshore, and we're gonna water ski off a shark. The master of bait.
Sorry.
And these beasts were everywhere. I threw the bait right near one's face. Now we wait.
Very scary.
It's coming near it.
The video captures sharks circling close to the surface during a feeding moment. From an aerial view, the paddleboard looks still and exposed in open water. A woman wearing a shark-themed mask stands on the board, holding a fishing rod as bait is dropped nearby. Seconds later, a large shark bites the bait and surges forward, yanking her off the board and dragging her through the water.
She would not let go. Had to signal the camera boat for a rescue.
Dude, she held on. Take baby.
This was the most scared I'd ever been during a shoot.
Right over there.
The beast dragged her for almost 100 yards.
Get in the boat. Oh, we still got him. We still got him. We still got him. No way. Take him. Drive the boat.
Ended up bringing a 10-foot sandbar shark.
Right.
Drone footage clearly shows the speed and force of the encounter. A nearby boat quickly moves in and pulls her to safety as the shark swims just beneath the surface. Although no injuries are reported, the incident highlights how unpredictable wild animals can be. It raises questions about where entertainment ends and unnecessary risk begins, even with support crews nearby. Professional diver Andriana Marine brings viewers into the open ocean for an intense close-range encounter with one of the sea's most powerful apex predators. The footage shows a massive tiger shark steadily following her movements. The moment feels surreal. The shark isn't simply passing by, but closing the gap with focused curiosity, emphasizing the strength and commanding presence of this marine giant. The clip pushes back against the usual man-eater portrayal, offering a rare look at shark behavior from an unusually close perspective. It raises an open question. Is this behavior driven by territorial instinct or simple investigation? Share your thoughts in the comments. The Fishy Vibes TV crew is spending a calm day fishing at a nearby location legally. Suddenly, that calm is broken when an aggressive local man abruptly confronts them directly.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Y'all boys lost or something?
What do you mean by that?
See a sign saying they're fishing, right?
Yeah, we actually are fishing though. So
We know the guy who lives here, so.
Yeah.
it's my grandpa. He like landscaped this property. Yeah, my grandpa like did the property. Yeah, dude, I literally caught a 7-pounder the other day. What?
Not 12 pounds. Listen,
It's not that deep, man. It's not.
Someone gave us permission, that's all that matters.
What'd you say, dude?
With the cops at 12 gauge.
What's a 12 gauge?
You don't have 12 feet.
Yeah, you about to find out.
The video captures a tense standoff as the man asserts control and refuses to listen. The situation escalates when he makes a serious threat of force to push the group away. This extreme reaction turns a simple fishing trip into a dangerous, recorded confrontation. If you were in this position, would you try to calm the situation or leave immediately to protect your safety? The footage was filmed by a fishing channel during a riverboat trip, capturing what at first seemed to be a lifeless crocodile near the surface water. Curious and unsure whether the animal was alive, someone uses a long stick to prod it.
Rapaz do céu.
Porra, esse bicho abriu a boca.
Tá vivo? Tá vivo não. Desgraça! Meu Deus do céu!
Filha da puta.
Puta que pariu!
Isso é o ceguinho aqui, porra. É.
O olho dele tá todo parecendo estufado.
Não, o Thiago ficou encarando ele assim.
O olho vermelho, moço.
Instantly, the crocodile reacts, opening its jaws and thrashing violently through the water, revealing it was very much alive there. This moment highlights how unpredictable crocodiles can be, even when they appear motionless. Was this a defensive reaction or a warning to stay away? What would you have done in this situation? The video was captured by a fishing and outdoor content channel following a night of heavy rainfall. The creator noted that the area often becomes active for fishing after storms move through, which prompted him to return to the shoreline early that morning. During one of his first casts, his line unexpectedly caught onto a weighted plastic bag sitting near the bank.
Oh my gosh, what is in this? It's just... Can't get it up. What is... Oh my god. That is disgusting. What is in that bag?
What's the address of your emergency?
This isn't an emergency, but I did not know who to call. I live in... And I was fishing and I hooked a bag and I pulled the bag up and it had some type of bones in it. I don't know if they're animal bones or human bones or if they're fake. I don't know what to do though. I was wondering if you could send an officer out.
Are you there right now or do you want to go home?
I'm there right now.
Okay, hold on one second. I'll get you over to home.
Okay, thank you.
911, what's the address of your emergency? Louisville with a transfer. I have a caller. He said he's fishing in Holland Village and saw a bag that has bones in it.
I'm located...
As he reeled it in, he noticed items inside that appeared to resemble bones. Alarmed by the sight and uncertain whether they were real or artificial, he decided not to examine the contents any further. Instead, he contacted local authorities to report the discovery.
Hi, how are you? I mean, I didn't really even get a chance to look at it. I just saw bones, so I kind of freaked out. Yes. Hopefully this doesn't snap. Okay, so police officer just left. She's down there. Y'all So I wanted to take a brief moment at my house to explain what happened today. So it just got done thunderstorming and raining all night last night, and down over where I was is a great fishing area when it's after it rains. Planning to go down there and fish, took my first cast, I lost one, and I was like, okay, took another cast out into the open, got up to the bank and pulled up, and there was a trash bag. I saw a bone of some sort, just a couple. I didn't even check to look to see if it was fake, right? I just got up and I almost threw up. My immediate reaction was like, oh my god, it's someone's human bones, and I almost threw up. But in case it was real, I wasn't very interested in checking, but in case it was real, I decided to call 911, made sure to tell them it wasn't an emergency.
Officers arrived at the location, assessed the bag using proper precautions, and removed it for further investigation. Later, the creator explained that the choice was made out of caution rather than fear. The find may have had a harmless explanation, but without certainty, he believed it was safer to let professionals handle it. If you encountered something unsettling in a place meant for peace and recreation, would you continue investigating or make the call and walk away? While exploring a remote sun-baked island, Strick and Fran from B2B Castaways encounter an urgent situation on an isolated beach.
Oh yeah, she's still alive. She's still alive. What? This way. Oh yeah! Go now! Go, go, go! Yes! Woo! Go, go, go! Oh, how good is that?
The footage reveals a massive sea turtle trapped upside down in the sand, completely unable to move. After a tense struggle to turn it back over, the animal reaches the water and swims off to safety. It's a striking moment of survival and a reminder of humanity's connection to nature. Faced with a moment like this, would you have the strength to help a giant in need?
That's a huge great white shark. Oh my god. That's a huge, huge great white shark. Oh my god. That's the size of my kayak.
This footage comes from the YouTube channel Fisherman's Chronicles, following a young angler as he records a solo kayak trip in open water. During the outing, a large great white shark starts circling his kayak, staying close for tense minutes. Instead of escaping, he lowers a GoPro below the surface, capturing underwater footage of the shark as it moves slowly around him. Despite its enormous size, the animal appears driven more by curiosity than aggression.
Huge! Freaking massive!
Showing no signs of an imminent attack. After lingering briefly, the shark eventually swims off, leaving the kayaker unharmed but shaken by the encounter.
Oh my god.
Moments like this show how unpredictable ocean wildlife can be, especially when humans cross paths with apex predators. How would you have reacted in this situation? Have you ever had a close encounter with a great white shark? Share your thoughts. The footage was filmed by a group of teenagers fishing at a public location. After landing a large fish, they pause briefly to snap a quick photo before preparing to release it. While they are setting up the picture, an adult woman approaches.
Can you stop?
Are you kidding me?
I'm trying to get a picture of him.
Exactly. You're not supposed to even be fishing for them.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Clearly frustrated, she confronts the teens, demanding they stop and accusing them of fishing without permission. The atmosphere grows tense as she continues pressing the issue, even though the group remains calm and cooperative. Situations like this often spark debate. Was this a genuine concern about fishing regulations, or an unnecessary confrontation fueled by assumptions? What do you think? Responsible intervention, or an overreaction caught on camera? Filmed at night on a rough, dark sea, the creator from Reptar records an unsettling moment from the deck of a boat. The footage shows an unusual, pale shape moving smoothly through the water. It glides near the vessel, taking on a form resembling the mythical image of a mermaid just below the surface. Is this an unexplained encounter with something supernatural, or simply an illusion created by light and waves? What do you think was moving in the darkness? This footage follows the Blacktip H crew as they travel through the clear blue waters of the Bahamas, an area well known for hosting large marine predators. As they move through the region, the team stays alert, carefully scanning the seafloor while searching for a well-known tiger shark believed to patrol the surrounding coral reefs.
He's been underneath the boat. Hold on. He doesn't even know he's hooked, guys. He doesn't even know he's hooked yet, okay? Keep going. Go. Keep spinning. Spin. Neutral. We got a massive shark on right now. Massive, probably over 1,000 pounds. Huge tiger shark. Oh my gosh. There he is. There he goes. Oh my. He's trying to break me off. Oh my gosh. He's trying to get out. He's trying to bite above the leader. Here he goes. Okay, stop. Neutral, neutral, neutral. I need you to put gloves on. We're gonna start leadering him in.
Okay, where's the gloves at, guys?
The gloves are in the bucket. Yeah. Buckets, the green. Got him, you got him, Mark?
I got him.
Look, there's a hammer, guys. We've got a hammerhead, we got a tiger, and there's another tiger underneath the boat right now. Oh my goodness. There's so many huge sharks here right now. This is crazy. Only in the Bahamas. Here he comes. You got him?
I got him.
Oh my gosh, what a monster.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
Cleared
man.
him.
Hold him. Walk up. You got him?
I got him, but he don't like it.
Hey, can you help him out, dude? Help him with the leader. Help.
Oh, he's rolling. It's a misery. All right.
You ready? I'm gonna grab his tail.
You doing this?
Oh, that, guys. Look at the size of that shark, guys. It's over 13 feet. This boat's 30. He's almost half of it.
Look at that.
The video captures a dramatic moment when a tiger shark nearly 4 meters long suddenly surfaces beside the crew's 9-meter boat. Its immense size is immediately noticeable, with a wide body and bold stripes stretching almost the full length of the vessel as it slowly circles nearby. The encounter emphasizes the tiger shark's role as a dominant apex predator and an important part of the Atlantic ecosystem. Witnessing an animal of this size up close highlights the remarkable marine life found in the Bahamas. Would you be able to remain calm with a 4-meter predator passing just inches away? A woman was relaxing beside the water's edge, unaware of the danger hidden just below the surface.
Watch out, it's coming around! Go! You're okay, back up!
Without warning, a massive snake bursts from the water and coils tightly around her legs in a sudden ambush, triggering panic nearby. She manages to break free and retreat moments before the situation turns worse. The incident ends without injury, but it stands as a chilling reminder that wild waterways demand awareness and caution. This captures the terrifying moment a surfer suffered a broken back from a powerful beach break. James Taylor later explains how a split-second choice to bail on a closing barrel led to a devastating injury.
My first wave was a nice one, and just a bit too fast for me, so I didn't get into the barrel, and the lip landed square in my head. The slow motion clip shows very nicely what happens when it hits. Squashes your face, and then just annihilates the rest of you. It was the second wave that I got that did the damage to my back. It was bigger than the first one, and a beautiful A-frame peak, so it looked very makeable on the takeoff. The further I travelled, the further the opening started going away from me, and eventually it closed out, so I jumped off the front of my board. I hit the water and went straight over the falls with the lip and into the sandbank. As I hit the sandbank, I felt my back crunch. I came up, I was winded, I felt nauseous and I had a lot of pain in my back. First thing I remember doing when I got on my board was just rubbing my feet together to make sure I could still use them. When I felt them move and I felt the sensation of them rubbing against each other, I was quite relieved. As I was paddling more in towards the beach, I was kind of hoping that the pain would just go away and that it was just a bad knock to my back. But the closer I got to the beach, the sore it got, and then I kind of realized that there was something definitely not right.
The lip of the wave drove him straight into the seabed, crushing his L1 vertebra. Trapped on a remote stretch of coastline and unable to stand, he was fortunate that a friend, who was also a physiotherapist, stepped in to manage the situation.
It also didn't take too long for other people standing on the beach and in the lineup to see that something was wrong. So a bunch of people kind of gathered around me and everybody lifted me up and then took me up onto the beach and out of the waves. Everybody was kind of huddled around me to stop the wind and try and keep me warm, talking to me, keeping me positive.
Recognizing how serious the injury was, the group called for a helicopter evacuation while keeping him fully immobilized on a surfboard. Remarkably, the fracture narrowly missed vital nerves, sparing him from permanent paralysis. After weeks flat on his back and months of rehab, he eventually returned to surfing, proving recovery is possible even after life-threatening ocean accidents with patience and resilience. A brave rescuer noticed a large alpha wolf fighting for survival, trapped in the freezing current of an icy river.
Easy, easy, big guy. Hold on. Got you. Hang on. Stay with me. Don't bite. I know. Come on, up you go. All right, you're out. Easy now. This way. That's it.
Risking his own safety, he reached into the cold water and pulled the exhausted predator onto solid ground, carefully keeping it calm throughout the rescue. This remarkable act of compassion gave the wolf a second chance at life, showing that empathy can sometimes bridge the divide between humans and wild animals alike. Every angler dreams of a strike that pushes personal limits. In this video, a fisherman sets up a heavy-duty rig with a large bait fish, convinced a powerful predator is hunting beneath the boat.
We're about to show you guys a big fish. We're gonna send this guy down. Let's catch a giant. Yep, there he is. There he is. Yeah, oh my God, work him. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! What? He's spinning! Another fish just ate it! Oh! Oh my God! Oh! Good Lord! Good Lord! Look at that giant! It's absolute giant! Look at that giant! The tail is bigger than my...
As soon as the line tightens, chaos follows. The rod bends violently, groaning under pressure as something enormous takes the bait. The hit lands with unstoppable force, nearly dragging the angler toward the rail. When the fish finally surfaces, the crew can hardly believe what they see. It is a gigantic goliath grouper, a protected species capable of reaching the size of a small car. The sheer scale is astonishing. Even the tail spans wider than a human torso, revealing just how massive these ocean giants truly are during rare offshore encounters captured on camera. What began as a lighthearted day on the river suddenly became a frantic rescue situation for a group of friends when a massive river predator attacked.
Pull her, man, pull!
I'm on it!
Hit it again. Hang on, I got it. She's
Come
got to
on
pull again, right on the head.
Hold him, yeah! Come on!
Do it. Here. Got her. Back her up, fish. There he goes.
Without warning, a huge catfish clamped onto a woman, forcing several men to rush into the water and physically struggle with the powerful fish to pull her free. The moment was a frighteningly close call, highlighting just how strong and dangerous giant catfish can become when they feel threatened. A team of experienced fishermen ventures into the open blue ocean, pushing through rough water in pursuit of some of the sea's most sought-after predators. To draw them in, the crew steadily releases around 250 Indian scad into the water, one after another. After more than an hour of waiting, suspense turns into excitement as a dark shape finally appears below the surface. The tension breaks when the fish is hooked. A massive sailfish, its towering fin slicing through the water as the long-awaited payoff for their patience. The action continues. as the crew soon finds themselves battling aggressive kingfish and acrobatic mahi-mahi, hauling the powerful predators aboard in quick succession. The successful haul showcases the remarkable diversity of ocean life and the intense thrill that defines deep-sea sport fishing. A crew member aboard a large ship records a tense moment while moving through waters known for unpredictable threats.
Go! No! Go! Who's in?
Looking down from the rail, he spots several small, aggressive skiffs maneuvering dangerously close to the vessel's hull. Although the men below appeared dressed like local traders, a surge of fear sets in as it becomes clear they could be pirates using a merchant disguise to approach unnoticed, close enough to deploy grappling hooks and attempt boarding. This unsettling encounter underscores the constant risks faced by seafarers, where what seems like routine contact can quickly escalate into a serious hijacking threat. Facing the bitter cold of the Pacific Northwest, outdoor explorer Jacob Colvin and his cameraman Brad step into icy coastal creeks, pushing through freezing water despite the numbing temperatures. The streams move steadily, yet the chill is intense as they comb riverbeds and crumbling cliffside banks, searching for natural treasures buried for millions of years beneath layers of sediment and stone.
So right now we're checking one of the best places to look for fossils. We're looking in the creeks that drain into the ocean.
Ah! I found this. A huge agate.
An agate is a crystallized rock, usually consisting mostly of quartz. They're really cool to find.
Check out what I just found. This is a huge agate. I'm going to shine a light through it just like I did the first one. You'll see this whole entire thing. I think it's huge.
Here are all the fossils we found today in just the creek. We found several bivalve clam fossils and some really cool agates.
Their first discovery is a large, translucent agate that catches the light and glows in the sun. The real surprise arrives moments later at the cliff face.
As we were walking over to the banks, I found what appeared to be a prehistoric pine cone that was encased in the fossilized mudstone here. This thing has to be around 20 million years old. Take a look at a regular pine cone from this area and compare it to the specimen that we found here. Is it a pine cone or something else? I found this right here. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks like it could be a dinosaur bone. Who knows?
So these are all clams.
20 million year old clam fossils. That is so crazy. This whole thing is just littered with clam fossils. I bet there's some snail fossils somewhere on here. Yeah, you can even see a lot of imprint fossils here. This is where the animals will burrow. Check out the design in these rocks here. Look at that. Wow.
Here's the rock beds I was talking about to find more fossils. These things have so many fossils that you can just grab, look at, keep, or whatever. Like for example, I see this rock here has a little pattern on it. You can see that a clam used to live there. This is an imprint of a clam. Check this out. There it is. This is what we're looking for, guys. Look at that. But these are little clams embedded in this rock. These look like little fish ribs or the bottom of an isopod.
Locked inside a solid mass of fossilized mudstone rests a perfectly preserved prehistoric pine cone. The site is haunting and captivating, a biological time capsule left untouched for more than 20 million years, positioned beside ancient clamshells and unusual rock formations. This find confirms they are not simply walking along a modern shoreline, but standing inside a fossilized ghost ecosystem. Long before humans existed, this region was a living mudflat filled with plants and animals. A sudden geological event rapidly buried the entire landscape, sealing life in mud and preserving it, allowing us today to physically encounter a world from geology. Ocean Explorer. James Taylor records a calm moment while moving through the deep blue waters off South Africa. Without warning, a curious baby humpback whale rises from below and swims straight toward him, approaching incredibly close to inspect before slowly gliding away. The brief encounter highlights the unexpected gentleness and curiosity of these enormous marine animals in their natural habitat. Drifting far off the coast of Ecuador, a spear fisherman remains still in the open water, waiting in silence. He has no idea he is about to face a test that will push his physical limits.
¡Apúrate, por favor, apúrate! ¡Apúrate! ¡Ven, ven, ven! ¡Ven! ¡Ven, ven, ven! ¡Ven! ¡Pato! ¡Ven acá, ven, ven! ¡Ay! ¡Ven, ven, ven! ¡Bien, pato! ¡Bien! ¡Puta! No puedo meter otro polazo, pato. ¿Cómo está todo? Se va a pique hoy, se va a pique. No sé, pues. Se puede romper. A ver,
From the dark depths below, an enormous shadow slowly appears. A legendary black marlin weighing nearly 400 pounds, 180 wounded core. The diver takes the shot, and chaos erupts immediately. The fish's overwhelming strength pulls him through the water, transforming the hunt into a brutal tug of war. Every moment of the footage captures pure adrenaline and the exhausting struggle required to control such a powerful opponent. Successfully landing a black marlin of this size while spearfishing is extremely rare and dangerous. It is a true deep-sea giant that few divers ever encounter, let alone manage to catch. In the middle of a violent open ocean storm, a cargo ship crew member captures a terrifying moment as it unfolds.
The wave is coming! Get down!
A massive wave rises suddenly and then slams into the vessel with crushing force, flooding the deck with raging, foaming water. Scenes like this stand as a stark reminder of the ocean's immense strength and its relentless unpredictability. Along the normally calm shores of South Devon in the UK, a quiet beach day suddenly changes. People standing near the shallows have no idea they are moments away from witnessing a violent feeding frenzy. The water erupts as massive Atlantic bluefin tuna burst through the surface at high speed. These powerful predators drive schools of garfish into shallow water, thrashing wildly only feet from shocked onlookers. Encounters like this are becoming increasingly common as bluefin tuna return to British waters after decades away from local coastal waters again. Along a rugged stretch of coastline, An experienced fisherman relies on a simple but effective technique using what's available nearby. Crushed crabs are scattered into the water to draw feeding fish, and once they gather, he throws a cast net over the area and hauls up a heavy catch in one motion. The crab bait pulls everything into a tight zone, allowing him to collect a large harvest without using a hook. That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.